welcome to my channel. My name is Ellie and today I am making my mum's birthday present. Well, over the next little span of time I will be making her birthday present. I'm on a goal this year to make more handmade gifts, and I started out strong by making one of my best friends, Gabby, a hexagon pullover. Insert picture here. And her birthday is on the 29th of March, and it's actually the same day that my mum's birthday is. And because I'm on a goal, my goal of the year is to create handmade gifts for people, I figured I should probably get started on my mum's birthday present, because her birthday is in 12 days. It is the 17th of March right now, and I haven't started. I actually have started, but I haven't started. I started a while ago by picking out the fabrics I was going to use for this project, and then starting to cut them. And then I ran into a slight issue where I ran out of one of the fabrics. I actually had to ask my mum to go buy more of the fabric, her not knowing it was for her birthday present. And then now I'm finally getting around to it. However, she didn't give me the extra fabric until the day before I started back at my full-time job from maternity leave. So it's been a little bit of a delay. I also sewed this dress in between getting that fabric and today. Should I have done her birthday present? Maybe. However, I didn't. So we're just going to move on from that. Part of the reason why I feel like there's a little bit of urgency is because my mum's birthday's in 12 days and she may or may not be visiting us for her birthday. My husband is going to be busy on her birthday and I'm going to be home alone with our daughter, so I said to my mum, hey, do you want to come up? She said yes. Woo! My mum's birthday is on the 29th of March. I've got 12 days to get her present done, and I'm doing a biggie. I am making my mum some placemats, which sounds like a really sad present now that I'm talking about it out loud. However, my mum, I love her so much. She has some ugly placemats. They are falling apart. I wish I had videos to show you, but I don't, because why would I have videos of her placemats? So I am just going to make her some new ones, fabric ones that probably won't be super practical either, but you know what, they may be washable, to be honest. So let's talk about that. I have picked out 4 fabrics. I'm going to be doing a quilted style placemat. I've actually already started. I thought, oh, maybe I should film this. So I started by sewing some of the squares together already. I drew a little diagram. Here's my little diagram. And I've numbered my fabrics and I've taped them on. This one seems to be sticking up. So I've got this little houndstooth-esque, it's not actually houndstooth, but it sort of looks like it. This one is a moldy style pattern. It's a koru design. Maybe I can try. There you go. This is the design. And funnily, so this is the one I ran out of. So I am originally from Rotorua, which is a town in New Zealand. I live in Auckland. And I bought this from AJ's, which is like the Emporium Rotorua. And I only bought a fat quarter thinking that was enough, because I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to be doing at the time. I knew I was going to be making her placemats, but I wasn't sure what the design of them was going to be. And then I decided what the design was going to be, and I actually needed more. So I sent my mum a picture of the fabric and I said, hey, can you go to AJ's and buy me this fabric? And she couldn't find it, which I thought was crazy. And then she sent me a picture of all the fabrics she had in her collection. She had it. And she also thought it wasn't the one, because this photographed, like, you know that black and or the blue and gold dress or whatever, or the white and black dress, they're photographed like that. And so she thought this fabric was white, but it's not. It's black and gold. Hopefully it shows up on camera, but it's black and gold. And so she had it, which cheaper. I guess she didn't have to buy it for me. She was never going to use it. My mum hoards fabric, and it's really helpful for me as a fabric hoarder too. We just have different tastes. However, I thought my mum would like this, and it's even better that she bought this fabric, because of course she's gonna like it now, right? Hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, moving on. I got this big checker fabric. I should also say this houndstooth-esque fabric is from Spotlight. I made a jumpsuit out of it. If you've seen my everything I made so far video from last year. I got this this black checker fabric from the Fabric Store, which is a New Zealand and Australia fabric store. And I also, this is not one of the actual pieces, this is just an offcut, but I'm using this black, it's not poplin, it's not drill either, it's a cotton, slightly thicker cotton, I can't remember the name right now. But so yeah, four fabrics, 3 rows, 1 2 3, and it goes in sort of like a diagonal. So I've started on this far row here with this fabric at, nope, I started at the bottom. So it'll be like this. This is the moldy design. So now that I've sewn these two together, I'm just going to go press, or maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should just, no, backtrack. I'm going to attach the black fabric on top now, and then I'm going to go press these, and that's one row done. And then I've just got to do the other 4 rows, or 3 rows, and that's 4 rows done. And then I've got to do the long rows or something, who knows, but I think I can have it mostly done. And then once I've finished sewing the squares or the rectangles together, I will get some batting. I'm also going to use this plain black fabric, which I've got to get more of as well, for the backing. And then I'm going to quilt with a slight offset quilt, I think, where it's like, I don't know yet. I should also mention I'm not very good at quilting. I put a sewing needle through my finger last year while quilting, so I don't really trust myself, but I'm gonna, because these are little rectangles, they shouldn't be too big. Hopefully I can get it done without hurting myself or injuring myself. So let's go on this little journey to make my mum her birthday present for this year. I'm hanging out on the floor, I'm still here, because my mum gave me this like little ironing board. Apparently my auntie made it for her and she was like cleaning out all of her stuff. So instead of getting my ironing board out, I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna press all of the seams in one direction, which is going to be towards the top. And I also, you can see that it's not the best, but I will cut all of these down.
I dove into the water, but got caught up in the sky, walking in a spiral, barrels I'm winding down somewhere. All innocent, confident, don't know any better, but the feeling's so good. World's turned inside out, oh yeah. Will they ever come down? Yeah. Oh Beverly, I don't think I could ever look back. Just let it be and meet me on the edge of sunset. I pray it's the lights on heaven. I pray it's the lights on heaven. I pray it's the lights on. Yeah, there's still a treasure more for us to divide. Baby got me seeing stars like it's Griffith. Sinking neck deep, cast in my vision. I caved inside your cradle, now I'm inside your limbo. Oh, from a memory alone, I can hold you. Oh, baby, baby. For a century alone, I still be one that you can't go home to. And still I think, yeah, still I think, yeah.
So I'm looking a little bit worse for wear. I apologise, it's a Sunday and I have not showered yet. In fact, I've done nothing. My daughter woke up way too early this morning, and so I'm a little bit tired, but Byron and her have gone out for a walk, which means I've got some sewing done. You would have seen now, maybe? Yeah, I think so. I put it in before this. I have now quilted all of these. Oh, it's probably really hard to see, but anyway, I just did a simple, like, either side of the seams on each of them. I mean, some of them aren't perfectly joined, so like here it's a little bit wonky, but I don't care, you know, it's handmade from my mum. So next up I'm going to trim the edges to make them all the same size, because some of them obviously have quite a lot of batting at the bottom, and I think I was aiming for 30 by 40, but it might end up being a little bit smaller just based on each of them. It really depends. I'm going to find the one that's like the worst in terms of sizing and then use that one as my base. I did base around the edges using a long stitch just to make everything flat, and then once I cut down, if I have to cut off any of the basting stitch, I will rebaste before I do the trim. And the thing is, I have never done quilt binding because these are essentially mini quilts when you think about it. I use quilt batting, quilted it. I've never done quilt binding because I have only ever made one quilt in my life, and that was a really long time ago. I would like to get into quilting, but also the time commitment is a lot. Maybe one day I'd like to do something. I've obviously done my quilted jacket, but I didn't have to do quilt binding on that. I just did bias binding around the edges. However, bias binding is really expensive and I have also seen some people use, like when they do jelly roll rugs, jelly roll things, what do you call it? They use a jelly roll, so it's just a straight, I don't think it's a bias edge. I don't think jelly rolls are bias cut, so yeah, they're not. So they've used those for the edging, so I'm going to watch some tutorials actually to figure out how to bind this in the cheapest, fastest way possible. I do have some extra black fabric that should be enough to cover all of these. I did measure. And if not, I do have a little bit of black bias binding, but it's like $12 a packet. I went to my local Spotlight and they did not have the full rolls, and I don't have a chance to go to an emporium to get more bias binding until Thursday at the earliest. But I also work on Thursday, so I'd have to be like during my lunch break and stuff. And yeah, it's just a lot of effort. So if I can try spend less money, because I was trying to make all my birthday presents this year low budget, and so far I've probably not done that. I mean, Gabby's one I made for her was cheap because I had everything myself, but this one I have probably spent quite a bit on fabric because I didn't have the quilt batting, I didn't have the backing fabric, I ran out. So I will need to get, I might need to get some more, and I don't want to spend more than like $50 because otherwise I could have just bought her placemats. But anyway, long story short, I'm now going to, well, not right now, I'm going to go do some work for my business, but I am going to next square or rectangle these all up to make them all uniform because they're all different sizes, and then I'm going to watch some tutorial videos to find out how the heck do I bind these, and then that will be done. It is my mum's birthday tomorrow, so today I have the day to finish her present. She's coming up to Auckland tomorrow for her birthday. I invited her. She said yes. And so I have all of today to get it done. I've taken Eleanor to daycare. You may be able to tell from my voice I'm a little bit sick thanks to my daughter. She was sick this week, which is why I'm trying to get it all done today. So I decided to take her to daycare. She's fine now. It's just me that's a little bit sick. And so my first task after I've done a few admin-y things is to cut up. This is all the fabric I have. Oh, I've got two pieces apparently. And I watched a tutorial on how to do binding. I'm going to cut two quarter sounds about like what the lady said, 2/4 inch strips, and then sew them together sort of like you do for bias binding, but not the exact same but similar, and then bind the edges. I watched the tutorial, seems pretty straightforward, so we're going to give it a go. Hopefully I've got enough fabric. If I don't, so I've got all this fabric. I do have somewhere, this one here, it's not the same quality black. This is like a nicer cotton and this is like a poplin. Should I know? Broadcloth? This is a broadcloth, I think. I don't know. Don't hold that against me. So I do have this for binding if I run out, because I don't want to go. This is $18 a meter. I don't want to go buy more. I already bought more than I wanted to, and in theory I really should have just used this for the backing, but I wanted something nicer. So yeah, they're slightly different, but you won't be able to tell, I don't think. So yeah, let's get this done.
Oh, Beverly, I don't think I could ever look back. Just let it be and meet me on the edge of sunset. I breathe so light.
I am done. And are they perfect? No, but I'm pretty happy overall how they've come out, and I basically just made 8 mini quilts, which is a lot of work. Also, my voice is getting progressively worse because my nose is getting more and more blocked. Thank you to my daughter for bringing home sickness into our house. Anyway, hopefully I'm better over the weekend because I need to rest. But yeah, there's a few parts that aren't great. We're just gonna ignore them. I think my mum will like it anyway, so hopefully she does. Yeah, here's how they turned out. They all go, well, she can do whatever orientation she wants, but this is the orientation I dictated when I was making it. Yeah, they're kind of cute. I'm quite proud of myself for finishing this project, and this is the second project on my list of birthday presents I want to make in 2025. My list will continue on the 12th of May with my dad's birthday present, which I'm going to be starting soon. And then after that is my friend Heather's birthday, and then my brother's birthday. Wait, Eleanor's birthday's in there somewhere. My daughter. Yeah, and then yeah, Heather, my brother, my daughter. Who else am I missing? I think that's, oh, my best friend. Sorry, Nicolette. And my best friend. So I've got a few more projects to work on, but some of those I've got a bit of a gap. Yeah, but next up is my dad, and that one I've actually kind of started working on a little bit. I'm not going to talk about it because obviously this is going to go up before his birthday, and I don't think my dad ever will watch my YouTube videos because he's not that sort of person. You know, just in case, because this one's for my mum. Hi mum, if you're watching. Just in case he does watch, I'm not going to reveal that. So yeah, I might do a video for that too though. If you guys are interested, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy some b-roll footage of these 8 placemats I made for my mum for her birthday. I'm quite proud of them, so be nice to me because I know they're not perfect, but I never said I was a quilter. In fact, I'm not a very good quilter. So enjoy this video. Well, I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time with another video, which probably won't be until June. Sorry. The life of a full-time worker who's also a mum who loves crafting but doesn't have time to edit. So yeah, that's about right. Subscribe if you'd like to, or follow my social media for more regular updates, and see you later. Bye bye.